Indicted on murder charges at 12 years old, Christian Fernandez faces life in prison. He's accused of beating his 2-year-old brother to death.
Sadly, Fernandez's arrest is not the first time we have seen young boys arrested for very grown-up crimes. Channel 4's Elizabeth Kate shows us. She joins us live. Elizabeth?
Jen, booked into the Duval County Jail, Fernandez will be tried as an adult, but he's not the only child under the age of 18 to be charged with murder. The youngest person ever in Duval County to be indicted on murder charges, 12-year-old Christian Fernandez is facing life in prison, an indictment made by State Attorney Angela Corey.
We were not comfortable, based on his history and the events where he killed his 2-year-old brother, that we could protect anyone that he was around.
But he's not the only youngster to be put behind bars in Florida. Brothers Alex and Derek King, 12 and 13 years old, pleaded guilty to beating their father to death with a baseball bat. And 12-year-old Lionel Tate was found guilty of killing his 6-year-old neighbor while wrestling. But one of the biggest cases out of Jacksonville is that of 14-year-old Josh Phillips, charged with killing his 8-year-old neighbor Maddie Clifton, then hiding her body under his waterbed for a week.
And I thought at that time he might have been the youngest that was ever indicted on the first degree. But now this is new precedence.
Defense attorney Thomas Fallis is representing Phillips post-conviction and argues children like his client and 12-year-old Fernandez are too young to understand the consequences.
But in Florida, there's absolutely, when it comes to children, that's it. I guess as soon as you come out of the womb, you're subject to direct filing as an adult. Who knows? You're carrying it to the extreme.
And 2 other cases in this state strike a similar chord. Britton Butler, charged with murder here in Jacksonville at 15 years old. He was later found not guilty. And Nathan Brazil, charged with murder at age 13. But Fallis believes the case of Fernandez trumps them all.
We should probably be the laughing stock of the country, because I don't know anywhere else this ever happened.
Fernandez's attorney pushed for the boy to go to juvenile court in hopes of some sort of rehabilitation, but the state attorney says he's too much of a threat to society. Reporting live from downtown, Elizabeth Kate, Channel 4, the local station.
Yeah, Elizabeth, listening to Tom Fallis, he seems to suggest that Florida is unique in the fact that children are charged with first-degree murder. Have you found any similar cases outside of Florida?
Jen, there are cases outside of Florida. In fact, in Arizona, there is an 8-year-old accused of shooting his father, but it is very rare. Jen?
Elizabeth Kate joining us live. Thank you, Elizabeth.